Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing to you another Dota 2 presentation. And today, we have a friendly best of three between Sequential eSports up against Phoenix eSports. Sequential eSports, formerly known as Noxious Gaming, now under Sequential eSports. And Phoenix eSports are a new team to the scene, showcasing what they have on offer. The best first game went to Sequential eSports. They snowballed hard with that Alchemist pick, and they just kept going on from there. Unfortunately, Phoenix Gaming could not use their early game potential of their heroes to keep down Sequential Gaming, and so Sequential Gaming just overran them in the end with that Alchemist pickup, who sat out the end on 880 something GPM. That's a lot of GPM. During the game, he was in on an average of 720, and that was during the game before before the towers and racks and stuff went down. So that's a lot. That was a very high amount for an Alchemist to be sitting on. So now, back into this game, over on Sequential Gaming, Sequential eSports, I'm sorry. So Sequential eSports, we have the Batrider with the Nyx being banned out and that lone Druid. Over on Phoenix eSports, we have Shadow Demon and that Lena picked up. Fantastic and aggressive combination of heroes. Hopefully we do see that the aggressive nature of those two heroes be brought out. If they can put aggression onto Sequential eSports, onto their lanes, there's going to be a lot of trouble early game and a lot of easy kills for Phoenix eSports. They have banned out that Magnus and that Nyx Assassin. So, Sequential eSports, they pick up the Batrider, one of the heroes that most teams do not like to give up. He's able to grab anyone, pull them out of position, and then they're dead. It's that simple. He can move people upwards of, I think it's about 1700 units, so almost a blink dagger range. That's a lot of displacement you can achieve onto enemy heroes. And they do pick up the Coddle and the Ire. So an Ire, another hero which these days you see banned out almost every time, especially in the western scene, as Ire is a fantastic roaming hero. The map positioning and awareness that you need to have for against an Ire, you need to always be grouped up with your allies. You need to never be out of position. Once you step out of line just a little tad, Ire and his fellow hero, which could be a Chaos Knight, Sven, Tiny, whoever you want to run, one of the big hitting strength heroes, they will make you pay, and they'll make you pay hard. Phoenix Gaming, Phoenix eSports, I keep calling everything gaming. I apologize to both teams. I am terrible. So Phoenix eSports do pick up that Templar Assassin, which will be running mid. She does quite well up against most mid heroes with those refraction charges. She gets a lot of damage early on, so she can harass a lot of heroes out. I'd like to see the Phoenix eSports to take out the Queen of Pain, not allow Sequential eSports to get that Queen of Pain, because they might want to run that Batrider into that jungle, or you might see that Batrider mid. If Batrider's mid, Templar Assassin's going to have a really hard time with that Napalm stacks. So we do see that Chaos Knight being banned out by Phoenix eSports. So taking one of the main heroes that combo well with Io out of the pool. Will most likely be seeing a Sven, if I were to guess, be also taken out of this pool. If I were to guess. We got the Tiny, that's the other main hero that I was talking about a bit earlier. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see that Sven shortly after. So we see the Clockwork being banned out on Sequential eSports. They don't want to give a hard or a pain in the rear hero to deal with in that off lane. They want to be able to gank that hero easily when the time comes. And Clockwork, one of the harder heroes to gank, as those cogs always displace and keep people off him. And we see the PL being banned, so they had to take out that PL because of that Coddle. So it was a good ban by Phoenix eSports, making sure that we don't see that Coddle PL combination. But you don't usually see too often the PL and the IO, but they do have the lineup that they can go where they want. They need an offlaner, which they do pick up by that Darkseid, who I didn't notice was still left in the pool. And Phoenix eSports take up that Sven. They're not letting Sequential eSports take that Sven. So they will pick it up for themselves, and that's a very strong tri-lane of Shadow Demon, Lena, and Sven. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna have a disruption into a Light Strike Ray, into a Stormhammer. That's a lot of damage there. Then you've got your Dragon Slave. You got some auto attacks by Sven. You have Shadow Demon throwing out those poisons. If he throws out that Soul Catcher, that's going to amplify a lot of damage, and whoever they're going to go against is going to hurt, and hurt hard. So they do pick up the Phantom Assassin on the side of Sequential eSports. Not Io doesn't have the hero that you want to be with, which is usually a stun-in hero. Doesn't mean you can't make it work for heroes such as the Phantom Assassin. It's just not your typical pickup to run in combination with that Io. So now we see the final pickup from Phoenix eSports being that Windrunner. We're running her in the offlane. So she's great survivability with that Windrun, dodges all those attacks. Hard to keep her down. One major thing when I look at Sequential eSports is they don't have any lockdown. They have a lasso, they have a tether stun, and that's it. So that could be a problem for Sequential eSports later on in the game, or even at the start of the game if they don't have that lockdown to be able to find those early kills. But they always do have a good offlaner. They have that global presence of the IO, so we will see how the game does pan out. The early game, once again, I've lost my mouse. Wow, oh, there we go. So the early game does go to... You would presume it would go to Phoenix eSports. If they play aggressive on the Shadow Demon and the Lina, they will win this early game. And if you do see the rotation come out from these two heroes, they've got Revelation and an Observer, but they don't have Smoke. Hopefully we would like to see that earlier on or later on in the game, because they do need to start roaming, and they will find the kills wherever they go. So to introduce the teams, we have Captain Kirk playing Captain C position on the Sven. We have their supports on that Shadow Demon being played by Cauldronic, and the fellow support on that Lina being played by Notta. On that Windrunner offlane winner we will have Holt, and finally on that Templar Assassin who will be going mid will be Streamline. And over on Sequential eSports we have the Captain Wyrax playing onto that Phantom Assassin, and there's going to be a confrontation in mid. We have a Blink Strike coming in, instant disruption, Light Strike away on one. Do we have any follow-up? We've got a Storm Hammer coming in, hitting on two, a lot of damage come flying through. Are they going to be able to find the peel on the Phantom Assassin? No, Phantom Assassin's going to get out. It's going to tangle up, Light Strike away, hitting on one. There's going to be a Illuminate come flying through. It's going to hit on every hero and find the kill. They're going to find 2 kills now. It's 2 turnaround kills, 3 turnaround kills for Sequential Gaming. That's not what you want. Sven is now hiding. They're going to find Sven. Vacuum taken down as he has hit level 2 now. They're going to find the kill onto that Sven. There's going to be TCP support coming in by the Templar Assassin. They're going to try and find this Batrider. Io does pick off the Shadow Demon in the background. That's another kill going the way of Sequential Gaming. That's 4 kills before the creeps have spawned. Oh, wow. So that was looking fantastic for Phoenix eSports, but it got turned around with a fantastic Illuminate coming out by Mr. Black. So, fantastic Illuminate by Mr. Black being able to turn that fight around, and they chased him back out and grabbed those 4 kills. They're going to find the double damage in mid, and they're going to take quite a substantial money difference at the start of the game. So they're already almost 1.5k ahead in gold straight away like that. So Sequential Gaming is going to be extremely happy after that. They're going to be running their tri lane up top against Windrunner, and the counter tri lane of Phoenix will be down bottom up against Mr. Darkseer. So we've got a Sire coming out for some reason. So we've got Io pushing this Windrunner out of lane. And now to continue on the rudely interrupted names of the players on those heroes, I couldn't think of the word to say. That happens a lot. So we do have that captain on that Phantom Assassin being played by Works. On that IR will be RNC. Batrider, who will be running mid against this Templar Assassin, will be played by Scrab. They're mid player. So one of his best heroes I have seen him play was that Invoker. He single-handedly saved their team on an Invoker. So Scrab's a very good mid player. One of the betters I have seen in the southeast region, or in the Australian oceanic region. And down on this bottom lane we have Sequential Quaid. So Quaidy, he's going to have an easy time. He's almost got his soul ring up, he's got his recipe, he's got his regen energy, looking to pick up another 175 odd gold to pick up the rest of what he needs. So up top lane, they've already pushed this Windrunner off. Windrunner has that power shot. She picked it up for that early fight at the start. However, she doesn't have Windrun, so she's got to be extremely careful. She has placed a good ward here. Do they have counter wards for it? Yeah, Io's got 2 wards. So they'll notice eventually that it hasn't stacked. So It's not going to be for a while, so Windrunner will get at least a creep wave or two of experience. She does have vision here, so she can see if there's any rotation from the supports coming in for her. Io's on a little bit of low health. Windrunner just doing a little damage. She's been hit by the dagger. She's going to Windrun away, try not to take too much damage. The Illuminate's going to miss. Io's not going to be able to do too much. Oh, actually, the Illuminate hits. Scumbag Illuminate. Io's going for the kill. Will she be able to get the orbs? No, she's going to take a lot of damage. Will she fall to the tower? She does fall. So, Io dies to the tower. A little bit of gold going in the favor of Phoenix Game. They're going to be happy to pick that up. Io, what are you doing there, RNC? Getting a little bit too greedy. The down and bottom lane, Lena and that Shadow Demon playing very aggressive. That's what you want to see. But it's Darkseer. He'll be able to get the farm. He'll be able to get the creep kills no matter what. And somehow he still has managed to hit level 3. So, Phoenix Gaming, one thing you guys need to learn on, if you do watch these VODs after the match, you need to learn on, one of the main things you need to improve on is your double stacking. Especially when you're on Radiant. You have 2 pools, and even required, you have a 3rd pool. So, just one major thing you guys need to work on is you will get more XP for your support heroes. Your carry will get the farm and lane to themselves, being able to get that level up. And you guys will be able to get your own farm from the creeps, deny creeps from the opposing enemy offlaner. So it's just one little thing you guys need to work on, and once you guys can get that down, you will be a lot more set in the early game. So Shadow Demon taking a lot of damage to the Iron Shelled creep. He almost falls to that Iron Shell creep. So he's got no regen. He's got no regen up and running. He's wanting Lena to pass him that self. Lena's like, nope, I want that self for myself. So Shadow Demon's gonna have to rotate back to base. So it's gonna be a long walk for this Shadow Demon. Over in mid lane, we have Temporal Assassin sitting on 10 for 5 up against the Batrider, who's winning 16 for 2. You expect Batrider to win, especially since Batrider's leveling that sticky napalm up. Just one of the hardest things to deal with. It reduces your turn rate by 50? 70%. Oh, that's ridiculous. Reducing your turn rate by 70% just on one stack, so it's really hard to go up against. And once you have all those napalm stacks on you, will burn through those refractions with auto attacks, and then just burn through you. She does have her bottle and her magic wand up in her stash when to come to her. Once that courier... Where is that courier? They have no courier. Well, that's a blunder. They didn't have a courier at the start of the game. So Shadow Demon now picks up the courier. And they do have a courier. A little bit of a little owl. Cute little owl. So that's a blunder they had there. They didn't have a courier at the start of the game. And now... Templar Assassin will be picking up her bottle and magic wand. Batrider's got free reign over these runes, as Phoenix Gaming don't have any... As I say that, they do place a ward, but they didn't currently have any vision. Now Batrider's red 10 cop's got that haste. Gotta find that lasso on the Windrunner. Windrunner, you're gone. She is good as gone. Flame break up. No, not even flame break. So that's 135 gold wasted, plus a death on that Windrunner. Going towards that Phantom Assassin. The Phantom Assassin's on 1k gold with those phase boots up and running. Gonna be able to find these kills under the tower without too much hassle. And she misses. Where actually missed. So, Sequential Gaming taking a strong lead at the start of this game. 5 kills to 1. And that 1 kill went on the favor to the Radiant. Now Batrider stacking up these napalm stacks. He's gonna be going for it. He's got that lasso up and running. But the refraction's been popped off, so Tempo Session should be pretty fine here. The flame break comes out. Will she be able to get that final ult off? Yes, she does. But she does fall to that Firefly and the napalm stacks from that Batrider. So she does get the XP. Batrider does fall before. So it is a slight win for that Temporal Assassin against that Batrider. But in the overall scheme of things, it did go in favor of Sequential Gaming, taking out that one of their 2 carries on Phoenix. If we do look at the net worth, Svensson on 2k, Batrider on 2k, and PA sitting on 3.4k. So she's happy. She's having a farm of her life. She might be looking at picking up her Ring of Health and going for that Battle Fury. Maybe. No. Possibly. Picking up the full magic wand and a bracer. Okay. Now we have a drums coming out on full Wyrax. So he's going for an early game build. He has the goal to go for a little bit higher tiered item, but he decides to go for an early game style, getting those drums magic wand. So he wants to make sure that if there's any rotation or any ganks coming out from Phoenix, that he can survive. Which, unfortunately, we haven't been seeing from these two heroes from Phoenix Gaming. Phoenix, they haven't been stacking. You need to stack. It helps your side. And another thing would be a fantastic if you guys did smoke. They got a disruption. They got a Stormhammer come out. They're just waiting for the Surge. Surge is now going to be popped after that stun. They got nothing else to follow it up, and he's going to get out of there. So they should have kept trying to hold off as soon as possible, but there was not much they could do about it. Lena was too far behind to be able to get that light strike away, and now we see a Batrider getting a kill on tier 8 in mid lane with that IO and Coddle. So she's out of position a fair bit. It looks like she got Firefly up the cliff and then got picked off up top here. So a nice Firefly lasso by this Batrider, being able to find that kill on that TA. They even had a sentry ward because she probably did meld around here, so they took her up the cliff. Now we got a rotation in by the Darkseer, looking to help push this tower, possibly, or he wants to go top. That's a bit unusual. Where are you going? He's going to ward. So he's warding for the Batrider, making sure he has vision wherever he wants to go. And now he's going to rotate down bottom. This would be the chance and opportunity for the heroes of Phoenix to try and get this tower, because Darkseer has been missing for a while. They could presumably rotate it into the jungle, but they're not going to try and do too much with this tower, so this tower's not going to take any damage whatsoever. And now we see a lucky crit coming out from that PA, finishing off that Windrunner. So if only I could draw skulls. Yeah, I can't draw. So we do see Shackle's gonna hit on the two creeps. Not gonna miss on that PA. If she hit that PA, that would have been a fantastic Shackle and a kill under the tower. Unfortunately, that one pain in the rear creep was in the way. So we have a ward being placed, and there's still the Revelation ward here. So that's going to be quickly removed. Lasso coming up, starting to Firefly. Napalm still stacks that. You want to run out of that Napalm, TA. She's going to be able to meld. Will she be able to meld? She's not going to be able to meld in time. She's going to meld. Going to keep stacking up that Napalm. She's got the Flame Break up in one. They both will fall. Temporal Assassin killing the Batrider first, so getting that XP. But then Batrider finishing off that TA in return. So once again, another trade favouring Sequential Gaming. Sven's getting a nice farm down here. Has picked up his mask. Oh, Morbid Mask. I was about to say Mask of Madness, but that's not a Mask of Madness. He's picking up his Morbid Mask and will be working towards his Mask of Madness, I would presume. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. He's going for those cost-efficient early games. I'd like to possibly also see a drums picked up on him to get some more speed, get some more health on him. And then after those, probably work towards BKB, because they are taking a lot of damage up top. We have a TP from Lena going top. They don't quite know she's up here at the moment. So if Windrunner finds a nice shackle or an initiation, and I think they've just revealed her. So now they're diving, but the Lena is here. Shackle, light shackle is going to hit on the Io. That's about it. They're going to turn around. They're going to start attacking this Lena. There is no other Coddle in support. They're going to try and find a kill. They're going to be TP support coming in from Shadow Dim. They peek off the Lena. Lena will die. The final auto attack from the tower is not going to find that kill, and then Io's just going to take on out. Shackle hits on two. The Lunet come flying through, doing a lot of damage to the Shadow Demon. So they do dive on the tower, pick off that Lena who did TP top, and they're going to get out safely. So unfortunate for Phoenix Gaming, they couldn't find a counter initiation there. Temporal Assassin's not doing too well in mid. Quite substantially losing mid, unfortunately, against the Batrider, being played by Scribe, doing quite well, doing the trades against the TA to keep her shut down. And this is what you want. You want your Batrider to be able to do those trades while getting your farm on your main priority heroes, such as your PA. I said TA. Down on bottom lane, we have Darkseer's got his Arcane Boots up and running. Who do we have getting our mech for this game? So, Darkseer might be going for his mech. Could have the Coddle or the Ire. You preferably want your mechanism up on that Ire, because he will 2 times heal any target he latches onto. And now we got 4 men up top on Phoenix, and we got TP support coming in for Sequential of that Darkseer. He's got a vacuum, he doesn't have a wall. because you don't expect a wall from a Darkseid this early on. I mean, it's helpful. Oh, sorry. It's helpful, but not quite necessary. Batrider is going to flame break up. He's invisible. He's going to try and grab one. They pick off the Shadow Demon in 2 hits. That's a lot of damage coming out. The Windrunner will fall shortly after from that lasso. Now they're going to turn and think about fighting this TA. They're not going to go on it. Take a lot of damage. TA is not going to be attacked. PA jumps in onto the Lina. Crits 3 hits that Lina. And now Phantom Assassin's on the run. Phantom Assassin's going to get it out of here with that haste. But Phantom Assassin is doing a lot of damage. Those drums is helping keep up, and she's only doing 117 damage, but 117 damage at this stage of the game with crits, 250% critical damage. That is, let me do some average maths. 200, that's about 300 crit damage is coming out here, and that's enough to completely wipe out heroes such as the Lina, as we just saw. So they're not going to be able to find that Sven down in bottom lane. The Batrider wanted it. He's not going to be able to reach him in time. If we look at the gold graph, it's not as bad as it was last game. Phoenix Gaming still be able to keep up. Only 6k gold behind, and only 5k XP behind. They're going to lose their Sven, and that's not what you want. That's the first death on Sven in this game. Now things after that are going to start looking a bit bad for Phoenix Gaming. Sven was one of their early hopes left in the game, and he's just been picked off by a nice attack from this Batrider in PA. Up at top lane, we have the Templar Assassin rotating around, trying to find anything they can. A double stack coming in from this Darkseid, who's been stunned by that Centaur, taking a lot of damage. They now know something's going on here, but will they be able to do anything? I don't think they will. They have it illuminated, and they're calling someone, and who are they calling? They're calling in this PA. PA is getting ready to come out and deal some damage. PA's now been called to the top lane. I don't think it was on top of that. Did they? No, the tower hasn't taken pretty much any substantial damage. Now that we're here in IO, tether somewhere. Where are you, IO? They're thinking about going bottom. We might see a relocation very shortly. IO is at level 7, and they do have a lot of damage coming out from this PA. So be very aware of these two heroes in the next coming minutes. You know RNC wants to grab Wyrox and take them around the map. So we have 2 heroes in mid, support with Streamline, and now the top tower for Phoenix eSports will be taken down. And bottom lane they're attacking onto Sven. Great relocation with the PA, and Darkseid TPing down to make sure he can get in on the action. So Aya will pick up that kill. He's going to relocate back up top without too much hassle. They find another kill onto that Sven, being completely out of position. This is the stage of the game. Once Io has his level 6, if you're by yourself out of position, you will find a kill. Disruption coming out, but they stand on the flame break. Light strike away, and Batrider still doing a lot of damage. Good come flying out. Will they be able to find the pick off on that Lina? The Lina does die to that Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin also takes out that Shadow Demon. They turn it onto the TA. TA is taking a lot of damage. Earn up on TA. TA will fall shortly after. So 3-for-1 trade in favour of Sequential Gaming. Only losing that Batrider. So once again, another fantastic trade, and PA is jumping in very hard on this Windrunner. Windrunner Shackle's not going to hit a tree. A few more auto attacks. Will this PA be able to get it? She's dodging a lot of those towers. She's dodging them, and she's going to throw out the thing. Final blink attack, not going to be required. And she's going to blink out of there. PA is going to be fine. Pick up another kill. And PA is now 11-for-0. So that's one happy PA. Now has that Yasha and that mask. That is a Helm with a Dominator. So down in bottom lane we have a Sven. He's going to use his God Strength. He's going to come up and then just auto attack that Darkseid down. He was out of position. Sven made him pay and just took him down in a few hits. He doesn't currently... Looks like he put some points in stats. That's 4, 5, 6. He's got 2 points in stats. So he needs as much health as he wants. He wants some extra mana pool so he could throw out that stun and go into his God Strength. Down and bottom, in mid lane here we have Sequential Gaming. They're all sitting around this tower. They're waiting to jump. They're waiting to come kill someone. That actually looks like a cool sword. I actually like that sword. Let's have a little look at him in here. It's a nice sword. And we see a kill going on the side here. PA, 2 hitting the Lina down. Shackle's not going to latch onto a tree. That's another 2 hit onto that Shadow Demon. 2 hits for all. PA's going to jump in. 1, 2, 3. That's another dead hero. Coddle, Mr. Black, says I want to kill, so he will kill secure that. And a GGB calls out by Phoenix Gaming. They are quite far behind. They're over 13k gold, and they're a 12k XP deficit. So Sequential Gaming, they hit him hard, they hit him fast, and they won this game. Phoenix, once again, they've got minor things to work on, which plays out to be a massive role. They need to start getting their double stacks going on. They need to start roaming with their supports and being able to be aggressive. They had nothing going on down bottom lane against this Darkseer. They should have tried to rotate to take out this Batrider in mid, possibly even come up top to help out the Windrunner. But one of the major things they need to work on is that creep stacking. They can get the creep stacking going on and creep pulling, then they will deny a lot of XP. They'll get XP on themselves and then increase the farm for their carry. But all in due time. So good game by both. Sequential Gaming taking out the series 2-0. And thank you for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation. If you enjoyed my casting, it would mean a lot if you do follow me on YouTube. I am a new caster, so any feedback would be greatly appreciated, and I enjoy having you all watching, so thank you for watching.